Palestinian state was the best way to isolate Iran and its proxies. But what is daily life like at the moment for people who are living in Gaza? We can speak now live to Abubaker. He is a resident in central Gaza. We've spoken to him before. Abubaker, I'm very happy to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. The line is a little bit difficult, but we're going to persevere. When we spoke last week, you were telling me that there were snipers on the streets, that there were tanks on the streets now. How are things today? What's happening out there in Gaza?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. But I think the situation just daily deteriorates. Today, there has been just now a few minutes ago, a house in Deir al-Balah, central Gaza, was completely destroyed, and a number of injuries and killed have reached Al-Aqsa Martyrs Hospital, which is now out of function after the nearby firing and shelling from the hospital. So you can see that the bombing hasn't stopped since yesterday, and yesterday was a very rough night for those who are living in the southern territory in the Gaza Strip. So yeah, it's just been another bad day, unfortunately, and life here is just unbelievable.
Abubaker, I hope you. That's unfortunate. Abubaker there. We can show you some pictures, though, from Rafah, which is in the south. That's the border crossing that we've just got in. You can see so many people have had to flee to Rafah, believing it is safe, although it has come under a bombardment as well. And these pictures that we see now are of people queuing for water, desperate for water because so much of the water is contaminated in Gaza at the moment. Abubaker is back with us. Can I ask you about that, Abubaker, as we look at these people queuing for water? Do you and your family, clean drinking water?
Unfortunately, no, and it's the same story for most Palestinians, because we're very getting used to this kind of polluted water since the start of the war. We don't have this kind of water that is polluted, and sometimes we need to just go to the sea and try to drink from the sea, which is completely salty water. So it's just like, as I've told you, it's getting dire, and even it's not for water, it's for the other medical supplies in particular, and the other food aid, which doesn't reach, because talking about the humanitarian aid that is coming to the Strip, it hasn't reached most people here in the Gaza Strip. Only a small part of the population in the Gaza Strip who are stuck especially in the southern territory of the Gaza Strip, in Rafah and Yunus and central Gaza and Deir al-Balah. Now, the number of people in these areas are unbelievable. The number is just insane. You're talking about 1,900,000 people displaced now in these areas. So the food given and the water given to these people is not enough. For sure, it's not enough. And most people are now in tents. It's a rainy day today in Gaza. So you can see how much suffering there is with people who are especially in tents and unprotected shelters. They're just suffering, and it's a heartbreaking day. So when it rains, it rains. As I've always said, that when it rains in Gaza, especially in this war, it rains. And yes, this is the situation in Gaza right now. We cannot, the scarcity, the level of scarcity we have from food, water, medical supplies in particular, the continuous attacking by Israel for the hospitals is just making the situation worse and worse every day.
So Abubaker, if the aid is not getting through, what have you and your family had to eat in the past 24 hours?
Well, it's getting it through, but I want to make it clear, it's getting it through, but it's not reached us at all. So what I've eaten with my family is only some tomatoes. It's the same story, and sometimes we can get some white cheese, but make sure that the food we are eating are of the lowest quality. What is it like when my family eat canned food given for pets? What is it like when a 6-year-old child asks me that he wishes that he were a monkey, that he could be given his favorite fruit, bananas? It's just heartbreaking. You can't really imagine it. I yesterday with my family had to use wheat seeds, usually given for birds, to eat them. What other solutions? What other solutions should we have? We are out of solutions. We're out of everything. This is the story inside Gaza. So when we don't have this kind of, this kind of food, what we have,
And
the illnesses that
and
have spread is
Abubaker,
absolutely insane.
can I ask you at the moment as well? Do you feel safe leaving your house, moving around at
Not
all?
at all. Not at all, because there's no safe zone in Gaza. There is no safe street in Gaza. Even the streets that could be making it out for residents to flee to Rafah, the southern area of the Strip, have been bombed. So the streets are now destroyed. It's not safe at all. And also at the same time, the military tests, you can hear right now the ambulances going out to the place that has just been bombed. So how can I leave? How can people leave? It's just indescribable. I hope that people can feel what we are going through. It's just unimaginable that every day we lose 100 of our beloved. Every day we lose many people. We lose everything. And that the idea that is getting on our mind that if I get out for 1 second out of my home, even my home is not safe, that this house will be bombed, your house is going to be bombed, you are going to be targeted, it's just insane and aches a lot. So that's what we're trying to tell people. It's not as safe at all. And Rafah, even, you didn't have a place to go for. You didn't have a place to take as a shelter. So it's just like, that you don't have any places to go for. And at the same time, it's not safe at all. You're talking about that the military tanks and the snipers are on the streets. So what is it just like as a civilian who doesn't have anything to do, walking in the street and then being attacked? So it's just horrifying. It's terror, I think so.
Abubaker, we do appreciate you taking the time to give us your views, to share with us what life is like at the moment for people in Gaza. Do take care. We're thinking of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're very welcome.